didn't start recording the screen recorder when I should have. All right, so now we go to the third one. Here's the line y equals 1/4 x plus 3 is the point 4 comma 4 on that line. So I go through, here I write the equation. I plug in a 4 for y, I plug in a 4 for x. Does 4 equal, 1/4 of 4 is 1. Does 4 equal 1 plus 3? Yes, it does, so yes. So is it on the line? If it doesn't check, no. If it does check, yes. Now, I have not done a good enough job of teaching that to you. But on your next test, Davis, you are going to get a question that says, is such and such a point on such and such a line? And you need to be able to plug the coordinate in. Just plug it right into the equation. Plug it into the equation. If it checks, like -1 equals -1 or 4 equals 4, yes, it's on the line. If it does not check, it is not on the line. And we will be sure to do more of those between now and the test. Okay, just check your answers here. A lot of this is review. Here's the two lines being graphed at the same time. They cross each other. This is an important question to be able to do, to graph the two at the same time, find the point of intersection. We're going to spend like a whole chapter on that pretty soon. And negative, I don't even know why I wrote this. It should have been a whole point. Oh no, I take it back. -1 could work here. It doesn't work in the first one. It doesn't work in the second one. It doesn't work in the third one. It doesn't work in the fourth one. It doesn't check in any of them. Okay? Sorry about that. And over here, the thing to remember about number 9, these are the tricky ones where you have to get it into y equals mx plus b form. That was not on your last graphing test, but it will be on this graphing test, so you have to be able to do that. Okay? In all honesty, I don't think they put that on the state test. I don't think they do. I'm not sure, but I don't think so. And then we got number 10, which anytime I add scientific notation, I have to convert to a regular number, add them, and convert back to scientific notation. Okay, any question on your homework? No. All right. If you're getting any of those wrong and you're not immediately, I mean, look, you can get things wrong for two reasons. You can get things wrong because you made a careless mistake. I'm really good at that. That's not a big deal. We show you the careless mistake, you correct it, we move on. But you could get things wrong because you don't know what you're doing. And if that's the case, that's what extra help is for. We get you in there and we get that done and we straighten it all out. Okay. So, now we have it do it, and this is definitely lending itself toward test prep and the kind of questions that you're going to see on your next test. So if you can get this entire first page right, there's a really good chance that you're going to get a lot of questions right on your test. On the other hand, if you can't get this right, there's a pretty good chance that you're going to get a lot of questions wrong on the test. And we obviously, Jenny, know that we want to work on getting them right rather than getting them wrong. So this first one, is this the same side situation or opposite? Same side, good. So 5t's and a negative t, or subtracted t, is 4t minus 2 equals 14. Add 2 to both sides. Die. 4t equals 16. Divide by 4. And 16 divided by 4 is 4. Okay? So that's the first thing we need to know. Any other questions about that? No. Good. I think, look, I've graded a lot of your quizzes over the year and a lot of your tests and so on. And from what I've seen, you're really good at questions like that. Very, very good. This next one could be a little bit tricky even now, even though we spent a lot of time on it. When I write negative, what does that say, -3 squared?
Yeah.
-3.
When I write -3 squared, what's the tricky thing about that question? Matt?
-3.
Yeah, and when you do -3 squared, what are you going to get as your answer?
-9.
That's right. A lot of kids want to write down 9 because they think it means -3 times -3, and it doesn't.
Don't you only do that when it's parenthesized?
That's exactly right. When it says -3 squared without parentheses, that means square the 3, then negate it. So 3 squared is 9, I negate it, I get -9. Anything to the 0 power is?
1.
So negative 9 plus 1 is negative 8. Next one. Is this the same side situation or an opposite side? Opposite. So I do opposite operation. Always start with the smallest number of q's. Die. 16 equals 3q plus 7 minus the 7. And I get 9 equals 3q. Divide by 3. And I get that q is equal to 3. Okay? So I don't think any of numbers 1, 2, or 3 were super hard. I don't think any of them were super easy. And you will see questions like it on the test that you take on Friday. So if you're able to get them right, you're in very good shape. Now, what about numbers 4 and 5? In which of these graphs is the slope negative? Someone who hasn't helped yet. Manny. Choice 1, good. Remember, a negative slope always goes down. So this is a negative slope. Which one has a positive slope? Davis? Good, 2 is right. This is a positive slope. So this is positive. What kind of slope does number 3 have? No slope, very good. Right, it's perfectly horizontal, which is no slope. And what about number 4? Everybody?
Undefined.
0 slope. No, undefined is no slope.
Oh.
This is 0, and it makes sense, because look, this is a positive slope, that's a negative slope. What number is between the positives and the negatives? What's the neutral number?
0.
0, so that makes sense that that would be a 0 slope, so this is 0. Okay, number 5, which of those has a slope of 0? What choice would we have there, Diana?
4.
Choice 4 is correct, that has a slope of 0. What are the slope and the y-intercept here? This becomes, in my opinion, one of the harder things on the next test that we have coming up. We have to make this say y equals before we can say. Sometimes kids look at this and they want to say, oh, the slope is 3. The y-intercept is 8. Because they keep saying to themselves, the slope is the number in front of the x. Which is true, but it's only true when it's in y equals mx plus b form, which it is not yet. So, I minus 3x from both sides. 4y equals negative 3x plus 8. Then I divide by 4. And I get y equals, so the slope is negative 3/4. And the y-intercept is 8 divided by 4 is 2. Okay. Now, one last very quick thing. All right. Tomorrow we'll touch on horizontal slopes and vertical slopes. And then we will be 100% ready for the test. Hasta la vista. Bye con Dios. Toodaloo. Ta-ta. Leave it there, Chase. Smile a lot. Ciao. Zay. Adios. Amigos. Cheerio. Garusharus. Kadafis. Sayonara. See ya.